I think there's a few people from that group out there that are going to join us, so take a minute. If you are sitting by your lonesome, maybe relocate next to at least one. Kara, Brandon, you want to come and sit over Joe in the front row? I know it's going to be hard to have room for your biceps, Brandon, but I'm sure they'll make do.
I can scoot over a little bit.
Hopefully, there won't be the rest of the school like it's pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah. What part of Florida?
Well, unfortunately, it's 4 years.
You may see a couple kids down there.
Not like spring break.
Well, I think we'll probably have some folks filter in. I'm going to go ahead and turn my fancy microphone on here. And we're going to start rolling down here. Welcome. Thank you for coming. We're going to talk about the why behind nutrition tonight. It's a pretty tough subject for a lot of people. Folks have trouble wrapping their heads around it, so we're going to get going. My name's Adam. I know I don't see a lot of you all the time. A few of you I do. But I think most of you know a lot about me. That's my nephew Connor. I have a lot of fun playing with him. Usually when a lot of people get tired of chasing him around because he never stops, they put me on him because I'm the exercise guy. So they want me to chase him around. And then this is my best friend. He just got done with med school, and we did a Tough Mudder back in May. So that was a lot of fun. This is my wife, Kim. She came to the board breaking back in the spring, the breakthrough event that we did. And I kind of put this picture up here because it's always good to have someone to support. It doesn't matter who it is. If you're trying to undertake something like habit change, it's tough. So you want to have somebody there to support you, whether it's a friend, dog, cat, hopefully somebody who talks back. But, and she supports me in everything I do, even when I try and grow a really crazy beard. So, some of the things what you're not going to see tonight, we're not going to talk about super sciencey stuff. I'm a geek about science. I love it, but that's not what tonight's about. Okay, we're not here to talk about calories, proteins, carbs, and fat. We drill you guys with that a lot, and we can talk about that all day, but that's not what tonight's about. And I'm not going to talk about my nutrition. I may give you some anecdotes and some examples, but you're not here to listen to me talk about myself and put down your nutrition. Because there is no bad nutrition. There's just nutrition deficiencies, things like that. And we're going to talk about the why behind that. We're going to talk about why building a healthy relationship with food is so darn hard. And I'm going to try and give you some strategies on how to fix it. So, why is it hard to build a healthy relationship with food? Well, food's good. And there's people out there that do a good job of making it look good. So, Hardee's has this campaign where they're putting supermodels with cheeseburgers on the TV. And darn if that doesn't make me want to go grab a cheeseburger if Heidi Klum is holding a cheeseburger, right? They know what they're doing. And it's all around. And food is engineered. It's got, when they build that Big Mac, they know how much salt, they know how much sugar is in it. They want you to eat it because you'll come back for it. All right? That's one of the reasons why it's hard. Food's everywhere. It is everywhere. All right, there's a lot of food right back in that stack break room right now. I can probably tell you all the stuff that's back there. 1,000 years ago, the cavemen had food and they're ready at 24-hour worker places? Absolutely not. They had to go out and get food and they had to ration it. Now we have food in front of our faces all the time, and it makes it hard. Food makes us feel good. Why would we want to eat all the fun stuff and the tasty stuff? It makes us feel good. We have a lot of stimulus out there today. Lots of things going on. All right? If you can't see it, this guy's saying, I'm too busy to tell people how busy I am. You've got work. You've got kids. You've got schedules. You've got vacations. All this stimuli. You've got phones. You've got computers. You've got tablets. You've got all this stuff swirling around your head that we're all trying to organize and make sense of. All right? That affects your mood. That actually impacts your relationship with food. Emotions are hormonal responses. And our response to food is affected by how we feel. It's natural. It happens chemically in our body. And the more you practice controlling it, the better you'll get at it. But emotional responses, especially to stress, impact our relationship with food. And stress can be good or bad. It can be good stress. All right, I got that promotion. Let's go out and eat some pizza. All right? I shouldn't get the promotion, I eat pizza. All right? So, a lot of other things go along with that. Boredom. Ingrained habits. You just don't have anything in your hands. You don't have anything going on, so why not eat? Weather patterns. That sounds goofy, right? How the heck does weather affect my nutrition? Well, we live in the Midwest. So, periods of time during the year, we don't get a lot of sunlight. And it's depressing. Literally. You get less vitamin D, and you don't feel as good, and you want to feel better, and so you turn to food. A lot of this stuff goes on, and you're not even knowing. Television. The blue light that comes out of computers, phones, or TV stimulates your brain in a way that keeps it running and churning, not in a relaxed state. And it keeps you sort of amped up, all right? That's called sympathetic activation, right? There's a little science term, sorry. But it makes you want to eat, especially if you have a habit that goes along with it. I always have popcorn right in front of the TV and watch my show. That's an ingrained habit. Mom's cooking. You build these pathways in your brain. If mom makes good fried chicken or she makes the best pancakes in the world, it doesn't matter how much of a health nut you are, that's going to trigger something in you to go for those pancakes. Well, I eat good all the time, except for my mom's cooking. Because you connected to it. You have an emotional connection to it. Visual stimulation. The refrigerator. It's funny. My family makes fun of me for this. Whenever I walk into my mom and dad's house, I kid you not, my dad will be like, watch, there he goes. He's going for the refrigerator and the pantry. It doesn't matter if I'm hungry. It's a habit. Whenever I would walk in during high school and I'd come home from college, I'd go to the kitchen and look at the pantry and refrigerator. To this day, I still do it. All right? Now, I'm doing a little bit better at that because I kind of know a little bit more about this stuff, but it's a habit. All right? And what if I'm not hungry and I still grab food out of the refrigerator just because it looks good? Because it's visually appealing to the eye. So, then we kind of have to decipher the difference between physical hunger and emotional hunger. There's a difference. So, physical hunger, the need for nourishment builds slowly. Emotional hunger hits like this. My wife got rear-ended after she went to Bakersfield last summer. And she didn't really want to go back anymore because she had an emotional response to that event. The tacos were all right, but yeah, they're great. They're really good. But she had this connection with this emotional event, and it happened really fast. You gotta have ice cream at the end of the week because you had a hard week. You gotta have a beer. That's not because you need it. It's because you have an emotional response, and it's work day's over. Boom, let's go. That's an emotional response. It happens right away. Physical hunger can wait. Yeah, I'm hungry. I don't need to eat. I'm a little hungry. That's okay. Emotional hunger demands immediate response. I gotta have it now. I gotta get some pizza, or I'm just gonna die. The physical hunger gradually builds about 3 to 4 hours after, and emotional hunger can happen anytime of day. Doesn't matter. Depends on the mood, your emotional mood. The physical hunger is just a simple desire for nourishment, for food. Emotional hunger is attached to a specific food. Chicken fingers and fries. I love chicken fingers and fries. I gotta have chicken fingers and fries on Thursday when I'm watching football. I gotta have wings when I'm watching Sunday football. That's a response. That's an emotional response. A desire for a specific food because you're out with friends and having a good time and you want the wings. After eating, with physical hunger, it goes away. You satisfy yourself. The hunger may persist after trying to satisfy yourself with emotional hunger. Might still be there. You might binge, right? Because you're trying to satisfy an emotion. Something that's happening, that's going on in your life that's stressful, good or bad stress. You're not actually trying to satisfy a physical need for food. So if we eat due to physical hunger, it's natural satisfaction. You might feel guilty if you're eating. Oh my gosh, I've been trying this 24-day challenge, and I can't believe I just killed it. I want to say, I feel so bad right now. I'm going to have to tell my accountability coach about this. They're going to be so mad. So I told you I wasn't going to get sciencey, and I promise I won't too much, but there is some stuff behind this that makes sense. And I just can't go through a presentation on all these things. All right? So there's a hormone called cortisol. You probably heard it. They talk about it all the time, all over the internet. When you get stressed, stress can be a workout. Stress can be work. Stress can be seeing a relative that you haven't seen in a long time, good stress. Stress can be a lot of different things. It's lots of different forms of stimuli. When your cortisol levels rise, your body seeks to depress that. Carbohydrates do that. Sugars, fats, that will suppress that hormone. Leptin is your satisfied hunger hormone. Ghrelin is the hunger hormone. It tells you when. It's get time. It's get time to eat. So, if you do your cardio, slip that in there just fine. So if you do your cardio, you're going to be able to regulate your cortisol levels a lot better. Your internal machine is going to become more efficient. So when those stressful events come on, it may not shoot that cortisol so hard. You may not want those carbohydrates as bad. Don't get me wrong. You get done with the workout out here, you run a marathon or half marathon, right? Full, almost. You're going to want carbs because the cortisol levels are high. And that's a natural physical reaction, chemistry in your body. But the more exercise we do, the more we pay attention to it, we'll be able to regulate it better. The satisfying hormone, leptin, so when we eat something and we're satisfied, that can be controlled with better sleep and exercise. Probably see exercise on here a lot. So you all are ahead of the curve because you already exercise. Ghrelin can be controlled with more protein and high fiber foods, chewier foods, things like that. So that's why we get on you about the protein, because if you're fuller, then you're not going to seek out those satisfying as much, so high sugary carb, things like that. So at the end of the day, if we're controlling these hormonal mechanisms, we're going to be a little bit better off in our battle against the emotional response. All right, so now that we've kind of talked a little bit about some of the why behind why it's so hard to have a relationship with food, we're going to give you some steps, a system to use to help you build a better relationship with food. So you want to be able to pinpoint those emotional responses that are individualized to you. The steps are: become aware of your triggers, watch out for when they're going to happen, stop those behaviors, replace it with something more constructive, and then maintain and establish different perspectives on health and nutrition. So when you get to the last step, you may have, those light bulbs go off. I thought about it working like this. I like it. I'm going to keep doing it. Boom, you've created a new habit, and maybe replace old ones with more constructive ones. All right. Go ahead and do me a favor. If you haven't filled out Part A on the front side of that worksheet, you can start that right now. The specific questions that I want you to refer to are: what's your favorite food? Be honest, put it on there. It could be kale, broccoli, carrots. I know that's what you guys are, right? Shout them out. Well, actually, let me give you another second or two. I'm going to take a drink of water. Let you write those down if you haven't. I should have mentioned before I started, if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask during the presentation, but I'm going to give you time at the end. So, give me some favorite foods. Fried chicken. What do you think fried? I actually had fried Oreo at the state fair. I did. And it was absolutely horrible. I don't think I could have ever eaten another one. Why is that your favorite food, Sharon?
Well, I think one, because being raised on it. I think it's the crunch, the texture, the breading on it, and the fact that it's fried, so you've got that oil going in there.
That's something that when you were growing up, you had often. So it's comforting. It's like, I know this food, all right? It makes me feel good. Anybody else? Well, please. Everyone else. Bread. Oh, yeah. Go to the steakhouse. Some people, my mom, my dad would say, here comes the bread. You must love bread. Why do you love bread?
Especially if you did it in something good, right? Like the oil. If you don't like that. Butter.
Yeah, the good stuff, right? Well, warm, inviting, smooth texture, sugary. Somebody's, oh yeah, we can wrong me bread. Who said what? Fluffy. Yeah, and that sounds funny, but it's a very comforting food, right? Ice cream. All right, why ice cream?
Sweet.
It's sweet. Yeah. It's cool. All right, and when it's summertime outside, it's a very appealing snack.
Red velvet cupcakes.
Red velvet cupcakes. Why red velvet, Aaron?
It's our wedding.
It's your wedding cake. So from now until forever, you're gonna love red velvet cupcakes. Not only because they're absolutely delicious, but because it's connected to a day that means a lot to you. What about you, Joe?
I started with pizza, and then I added pretty much anything I don't have to prepare myself. I like to go out to eat a lot.
Okay, all right, that's good. But why? What is it about the preparing?
Then I have to clean.
You have to clean.
Usually, so if I prepare on the weekend, I'm fine. If I have to prepare something at night,
Sure.
I won't do it.
So yeah, and then the preparation thing, that's kind of another step, and then you're thinking, oh, I gotta go to the grocery, I gotta get the foods, I gotta set aside an hour, I gotta put it in my calendar. Now you're stressed. It's just wow, it's somebody so much easier, right?
You bring it right to your table.
Yeah, they walk it over to you. One of my Defender folks, what did we write down?
We have bread.
Bread, okay.
We love bread. Starbucks coffee.
Yeah.
And sweets.
Sweets, all right. And Starbucks coffee is a really good example. So what are they coming out with now? It's fall.
Pumpkin spice. TSO.
Yeah. Pumpkin spice, everything. Is it really that good? I mean, some of it is tasty, I know. But is it really that good? Or is it because they don't have it all year? And then they bring it out in the fall. Oh, I gotta get it because after the fall. See, is that really connected to your physical need for pumpkin spice, whatever? All right, so our first step is to become aware. When are you eating mindlessly? Oh, the candy dish right there. All right. Got the donuts in the office. See, what did Ray tell me the other day is your family had Long's Donuts, and your girlfriend took him into work. Because, and I do that too. My wife works in an office environment. So if I'm down focused on it, please take these to your office, which I really shouldn't do because I'm creating an opportunity for other people to have bad nutrition. I'm only thinking of myself. I'm selfish, but still. She knows, and I know, that people eat mindlessly. Do they need the donuts? Absolutely not. But there's donuts in the break room. I can't miss that. All right? Because they'll be gone if I don't go get one. So these habits that we have, consider them autopilot. Unless you address them and address them and address them and address them over and over, day after day, you're just going to run on autopilot. That's what the brain does. It's super efficient. Once it's got a habit, it hangs on to it. Why? Because it's hard to change. Why would you change? So these things will just keep running. Eat exclusively. Sit down at a table without a TV and eat slow. Think about your meal. I got this many carbs, I got this many, I'll probably fit over some more protein. Think about your day. Something. Don't sit in front of the TV and mindlessly eat. Maybe eat with someone so that in between bites you can chat. And I'm just as guilty as anybody. When I get home, I just want to sit down, veg out, relax. So that can be hard sometimes. Eat dense foods, high chew factor. If you have to chew it, it's either going to be full of protein or fiber. It's going to take a long time to absorb in your body and probably give you a lot more nutrition. Journal. Does it work for everybody? No, but it's a highly, highly researched, effective method for you to reflect on how you're eating. And it doesn't have to be, you know, we use My Fitness Calculator, that works well for us. It doesn't have to be that. It can be a scratch piece of paper. It can be a little notebook you keep by your bedside table. It can be a Microsoft Word document, wherever you want it to be. Watch out. Be on the lookout for your triggers. You know what triggers you. And you can probably look ahead at your week and say, going to an Indians baseball game, probably going to have a couple beers and a dog. You know that's going to happen. You know that you're going to a social networking event and that there's going to be alcohol. Not required, but by social standards, probably you're going to want to have drinks with everybody else's. And that's the thing to do. Celebrations, birthday parties. Identify your regular triggers. Eliminate what you can control. And a lot of times that's more than you think. Okay, go ahead and please, if you're sitting by yourself, like Joe, I would turn around. Work with the people at around you. Talk about your triggers. Talk about your triggers. Discuss what some of them are. Do people at your table have the same triggers? So definitely share your individual triggers, one specific to you.
They have like this whole they've got a little help there with it. I know a lot of things I don't like cayenne, like soft. I got like 3 gift cards to Starbucks. Because I don't get anything good there. I always get. What's weird is the first drink I take of it, it's like, this is so sick of but that's still keep drinking.
I do want you to focus on one part of that in particular, that last question. So, the people you're sitting around with, you probably see every now and then in the facility or a lot. You have accountability coaches, but these people can help you be accountable too. What works for you?
That's what I always tell people when I yeah, but I'm not going. I didn't let me say that I'm not when I go. I'm going to get cheeseburger.
All right, we're gonna continue here, and I just heard something very interesting, and I want you to share, Kara, what you just said. So, everybody listen to what Kara just said. This is really interesting. Say what you just said about your lunch.
I said at lunch, I'll pack a healthy lunch to take to work. And then everybody tries to give me bad news. And I tell them I brought my healthy lunch, and they'll say, well, it doesn't matter. You get a healthy meal any restaurant you go to. And I told them, yeah, but I'm not going to. Like, I know there are salads there, but I'm not going to order a salad. I'm going to do the cheeseburger and fries or chicken fingers and fries.
This is a special thing,
Yeah.
right? And that happens to a lot of people. And I do this too. Why am I going to get a salad when I came to this restaurant?
Yeah.
I want to get my money's worth, and my money's worth to me means burger, fries, something that tastes good, it makes me feel good. Right? That's a really good point because that's a trigger for you. And it's a trigger for a lot of people. That's what you write down as maybe one of your triggers.
I didn't write them. Yeah, but just having the food around.
Right. If it's available, you'll eat it. That's what one of the guys in the morning, you may know Adam, he said that this morning. I was practicing and he said, oh, I either have to eat it or get rid of it. Well, like those donuts. I know that I'm going to eat it. I know I will eat it. If it is there, it is gone. Some way or another, I get it away. Or it was when he said, I better just eat all these Oreos now. Because if not, then I'm going to eat them sometime. Somebody's get rid of them now. Give them away. So you know what happens. If you do know him or if you've seen him, definitely strike up a conversation with him because he's done really awesome in our system over the last 3, 4 years, 5 years. So, what's that?
70.
70 pounds. Yeah. He's the reason why we started our advanced living. Paige, what's one of your triggers?
I would say like you do with the habits at home. Like after we eat dinner, we always have to go to the pantry and fridge, and then we used to have a snack room. So we go open a snack room.
Say you have a snack drawer.
Yeah.
And that's but that don't we all? Don't we have things in our house? We have a junk drawer. We have where you keep all the stuff that you just don't know where else. And you have the same thing for food. You've got a snack drawer or that part of the pantry where you keep the stuff that you like. You visit it all. Not because you need the food, but because it's special to put it aside and have a special place to go for it. So, this is a good question. What if I'm going out to a social event, and I know that a lot of you do. You're very healthy-minded business people, and you can't predict when you're going to be stressed. Form rebuttals that you can use. I was reading this book that we have here, and it made a really interesting point. Know your rebuttals ahead of time, like Kara just said. I know that I can get a salad, but I won't. That's an honest response. Yeah, I know there's a full bar up there, but I'm okay. Okay, but I don't drink during the week. And I really don't. That's usually my thing. Now on the weekends, sometimes yes, depending on what's going on. But now it's become easy for me, and most people just don't ask anymore. Like, man, not during the week. I got work, I got things to do. Like that, and just be honest. Hey, I'm really trying. I'm trying something here, and so form rebuttals in your head because you're gonna need them. We all know that. We all have people in our lives that may not necessarily understand what we're trying to do or the steps that we're trying to make, or involve them into the process. Hey, you know what? Maybe we do this instead. So, with stress, again, you've seen it a lot. Typically, you don't need the foods. You calm yourself. Come down a little bit. So that need for emotional satisfaction with food is maybe resolved by relaxing. Bring those cortisol levels down naturally by taking some deep breaths. All right. Our next step is to arrest the problem. Give yourself time to think. Creative procrastination. I can always eat this later. It's going to be here. Why don't I step away for a second? Do something else. Why don't I go walk the dog before eating a piece of cake? Why don't I wait till my wife gets home and I can share the cake with her? Creative procrastination. Arrest the trigger when it happens. Replace it with something better. My instinct, it's with me specifically, when I get off of the ramp, it's the street where I turn on my house, I start thinking about what's in the future. Can't help it, it's in my head. So now, I put my shorts out, and I go work out immediately. I've started making a shake for myself for on the way home. Because I know if I don't, because I'm tired and I know from work, just like everybody else, so I want to go in and comfort myself. I go outside and exercise or I go walk the dog. Do I always do well with that? No, but at least I have a strategy in place to arrest and replace. Another good tip that I give a lot of people to replace is drinking. Know that you're going to drink. You're going to go out. You're going to have a drink. Okay, so accept that. Okay, hey, look, I might have. But I'm going to have 2 glasses of water before I drink. What does that do? That is creative procrastination. It arrests it before it's happened, and it gives you time to think. While I'm drinking these 2 glasses, oh yeah, I'm really trying to kind of cut back. It makes you fuller. Gets fluids into your body, which is another benefit, and it arrests it. So we're replacing it with something constructive. Drinking water is very constructive. Establish and maintain. We're building new perspectives, which, it doesn't have to be this, eureka, right? It could be something you've known all along, but now you've arrived to a place where that perspective is actually in play. You're applying it. This one right here, so I thought about not putting this on here because, I never want to tell people not to eat. That's not my job. My job is quite the opposite. Eat better. But the reason I put this here is it's in that same book that I was reading. It's called The Body Fat Solution. And it was a great little line. Hunger is okay. People fear being hungry. They really do. I gotta eat right now. I am starving. None of us in this room have probably ever experienced that. Starving. And you hopefully never will. Hunger is okay. It's okay to be hungry. You don't have to eat. That little grumbling sensation, natural. Okay, we talked about that it's natural. So be okay with not eating for a period of time. And, that's the stuff that we preach here, small meals throughout the day. You should be hungry when you go to eat. You should have been hungry for a little bit before you eat, right? So, moderate. Don't cut out the red velvet chocolate chip cupcakes. And you didn't even mention chocolate cake. I know it's one of the favorites. So, you can have the ice cream, you can have the chocolate cake, you can have the pizza. Yes, you can have them. No one should ever tell you that you can't. But it shouldn't be every day. Maybe once a week. Maybe once a month. Maybe look at your calendar and see where your social events are and your celebrations and things like that. And you're like, okay, I'm going to allow myself pizza on that day. But I'm going to try and not have it up until then. Hey, every Sunday I'm going to go watch the Colts game. I know that's going to happen. So maybe when they play the Patriots, I'm going to allow myself the wings. All right? So you're not alone. Utilize others. This thing. Adults have pride. We build it up over a period of time. All right? Because we work hard, we know what we're doing, and we don't need help. All of you come to us for help, which is a great start. But utilize others in your life. All right? Hey, I'm going to need you to help me out. All right? I need you to, if I'm doing this, if I'm the donor or something, they don't have to be mean and ask you, like, Hey, didn't we talk about that? I thought you were, if you give someone permission to hold you accountable, it's okay. They can hold you accountable. You do that by walking in the door to us. So you don't have a problem with me saying, oh, Taco Bell. You're not living moss, all right? You're living less. Tastes good, because they build it that way, but it's okay for us to tell you. Use others in your life. I'm really trying to do better. I need your help. Hey, do you want to try it with me? Bring others along with you. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit, real quick, about the whole ball of wax. We talk, it's all about nutrition, nutrition, nutrition. Hey, that's not on an island by itself. Other things feed into it. Okay? You can't set aside your nutrition and not have all this other stuff come along with it. Sleep, time, food. They're all connected. So when you start to try and make those new habits, people try to overextend themselves. There's a thing in exercise science called overtraining. You're doing too much, too fast, too soon. Baby steps. Okay? Proper amounts of stimuli is important. Proportion. Just like the food that you eat. If you overextend, you may slide back and you might binge. All right, and that's what folks like us are here for, to help you figure out the proper proportions. All right, that stimuli. I don't know if you've ever seen What About Bob, but I love this movie. Baby steps. Baby steps. All right, real quick. Discuss some starter habits with baby steps with people around you, like a habit that you would really like to have. A habit that you thought, man, it'd be great if I could do that. That might be the big one, all right? You might have to create tiny little baby steps to get there. What does that look like? So go ahead and fill that out and talk to the people around you. What's something that maybe you've been trying to do since you started working out at TFW? W. I don't know what I'm from. TFW. I sound like Erin, she's excited. She sits back and withdraw a little bit.
It was raised in 6.
This can be a tough one because you might never think about it this way, and we do because we practice it because we want to give you guys strategies. So think about something that you like to achieve. Think about the baby steps. Does anybody have an idea of what like their big? It doesn't have to be weight loss or anything like that. It could be getting up earlier every day. Something like that. Does anybody have an idea of something they'd like to share? Yes. What's your name?
Kristen.
Kristen. Maybe.
Taking a different way to work. Because I know if I go up at 6, I'm going to go up to Starbucks. So if I just need to go the other direction and get off at a different exit, I go up to Starbucks and then from there. So it's about
So what would be a baby step then? A first thing that you want to do to figure that out?
For me, that's kind of just like an all-in thing that I just have to make sure conscious. I do it every day, and I'm getting better at it. But I can definitely associate with guilt because I know as soon as I get off that exit, here we go. What do you get into it? I smile on that. Sometimes practice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're already there. I have a thought for you. Your first step might be get on your computer, look at Google Maps, figure out what your alternate way to work would be. If you don't already know. Or a couple different alternate ways to be like, oh, how long is that going to take me? How much earlier would I have to get up? So you don't even have to leave your couch. You take that little tiny step. That act of actually getting on the computer, figuring it out. I'm real anal sometimes if I'm going somewhere. I don't want to have to use my phone or look. I want to kind of go ahead of time. So maybe you do that, and then you're like, all right, I go that way, and write it on a sticky note. So When you leave in the morning, you created an opportunity for yourself. What about you, Joe? What's something that you...
So I've been toying with this idea of having the same thing every day. It's like, but I want to define what the best meal I can have, the most nutritional value, etc. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then have that every day. So baby steps would be define that, right? What's the best breakfast, what's the best lunch, what's the best dinner? What do you eat, then we're gonna fix it. It's more like the
And maybe you just start with one food that you have every single day. Doesn't have to be a category to take breakfast. You start with that one thing you have every single day, and you build it into this is my breakfast every single day. For a month, you have the same exact breakfast. Then after 12 weeks, now you're having, and that's a great idea. That's something that a lot of people would probably, I can't do that. It's okay to eat the same foods every day for the rest of your life. If they're healthy, your body likes it.
I eat the same thing every day. It's just not good.
Yeah. Well, seriously.
Every single day. Crispy, spicy chicken, provolone cheese, and mayonnaise. It's on a whole wheat bun.
From where?
The cafeteria.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah.
Because I don't go get stuff to do. When I actually get into that mode, I'm pretty good. It's staying in that mode.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you got already a great start. Joe's very analytical. You should see some of the Excel spreadsheets he's come up with that tracks nutrition. It's mind-boggling. It's very cool. So if you ever want a way to track your own nutrition, this is your guy. My suggestion would be just like you just said, just start small, baby steps. So here's some example starter habits. Sleep. Highly underrated. I could do an entire talk on this, and I usually will. Get away from electronics before bed. Try to get up 5 minutes earlier, 2 minutes earlier, something like that, or go to bed. Go to bed. If you aren't getting proper sleep, your brain is not functioning full capacity, and everything else follows along with it. Just how it is. Electronics keep you up. They just do. Time. This is where everything comes in. You set a precedent for how you control your time by giving it to others. Sure. Yeah. And by the end of the week, you have a million things on your calendar. It's okay to set aside a no day. Me and my wife have tried this. It's a weekend day on a Saturday. We are not putting anything on our calendar that day. It's not happening. Are we always successful? No. You can start with just hours at a time. Food. Get things ready beforehand. Put a stop time on eating for the day. If you're up late for work, that stop time doesn't change just because you're up late. It's by the average amount of time that you usually go to bed. If you usually go to bed around 10, your stop time for eating should be at 8:30. Now, if you're up at midnight for work, don't eat anymore after 8:30. Put a stop time on the time that you eat food at night. We started doing this. We used to get frozen pizzas. We've taken that money, and now we use the money that we use for pizzas to buy those steamer vegetables, those really super simple steamers that you can put in there. We can get a lot more of those now that not eat pizza. Or you can take what you would get at the grocery store, spend on your cafeteria and crispy chicken sandwich, and take it out and go hiking or kayaking or something like that, something positive. $6.58. Yeah. All right, to wrap up here, we're going to go back to that presentation that Aaron gave. None of this works unless you know your why. All right? Well, why? Why would you want to change your habits? You have to have a desire to change. You just do, and you all do because you're here. All right, so if you're ready, then now you have the steps to be successful. Thanks a lot. Do we have any questions? Any questions out there? On the part A of your worksheet, you might have written down some questions that you want answered. If they get answered, now's your time to Jerry.
What's leptin?
Leptin. Leptin is the hormone that tells your brain that you're full. So it's going to say, I am satisfied. What I didn't have in there is people will eat. When I say eat exclusively and eat slowly, a lot of people inhale their food. They don't give leptin time to react and tell your brain. You're running past it. If you're in a race with leptin, you run past it. You're eating so fast and so much, so quickly, that it didn't have time to tell you you were full. Eat slowly. Eat exclusively. Any other questions? That was a good one. Any comments? Anything you'd like to share? Anecdotes? Things that work for you? Oh, Aaron.
Just to go back, this is awesome, changing your diet. So Starbucks is amazing at planning one on every corner. What would you ever contemplate making like a coffee before we go, so that you had your coffee and then you wouldn't feel tempted?
I tried when I get like the already made kind that they have now. It just doesn't taste. I can't master the taste. So, but I've tried it. I could probably try harder. Definitely. And there's some days where I have done that. Where I'm just like, we just went to. How much is that every month? It's expensive. That's not happy about it.
Look at you, Mike. Keep planning until you guys know.
All right. I was never.
But it is one of those things. I mean, it is like taking. So what is it that you enjoy of it, and trying to figure out, okay, can I just do? Because it is tempting. Once you drive out to that place, it's like, oh, pumpkin spice latte, or oh, they interest me with this, and I'm like, no, I don't want this. But I just was curious if you made
Maybe
yourself.
I could do like look up a recipe because I have a friend who's like big on exercise and health and stuff, and she, did Shakeologies or whatever it is. She had her. I see she posted her pumpkin spice latte, but substitutes. So maybe I could try that.
Yeah, just keep it for variety. Because you find another route, there's going to be another story.
They're smart about it. I was driving home from Franklin today, and I saw a billboard for McDonald's, and it said, stop. And I kid you not, it was the next 4 exits. The next 4 exits, it said, this exit, this exit, this exit. I'm like, whew, all right. They know what they're doing. Yes.
And I don't know into this workshop or not, but are there, we're talking about eating foods that, so you're full of, are there combinations of foods you shouldn't eat together?
Well, that's a great question. Technically, when you get into your gastrointestinal tract, it doesn't matter what you got in there. I mean, you can eat foods that go together that would make you gaseous, things like that. But no.
There are foods that will increase cortisol.
Typically there aren't really any food except for caffeine and things like that. Anything that this sounds really bad. You swallow a grain of that increases stress to your physical, but there's not a food that you can eat that will technically increase cortisol levels as much as a stressful event external. If you get down to nutritional stuff, just try and avoid the fatty foods and all the stuff that we usually talk about. But always ask, well, what should I eat for breakfast? You can eat anything for breakfast. I had a teacher in college that would eat chicken and beans for breakfast. It doesn't look like breakfast because we're conditioned to see what breakfast doesn't. Your body doesn't know that chicken is chicken. It's just not good business. Does that answer your question? Yeah.
Because there's so much information out there that don't eat carbs, don't eat this with this, don't eat that.
That all comes down to you and goal and things like that, and that can all be manipulated for you. But no, look at Thanksgiving dinner. Here's you should eat something that met some things together. That would probably be the meal. But no, your body's really good at absorbing and digesting, so you can eat those ones. What other questions do we have? Any of my colleagues have questions? Well, I really appreciate everybody coming. Thank you. I hope you got something out of it. I do have a survey for you because we are going to continue to do these workshops and we really want to get your feedback. So please, before you leave, I'm going to put the survey right here. Or actually, no, I'll pass it out to you. Makes this easier. Take the worksheets home with you. Write down your triggers. Put it on your refrigerator so that you keep the refrigerator closed. Unless you're actually physically hungry. Oh. Oh. The guy that's opening for is actually really good. Thanks, Joy.
Didn't know I seen his opening for. He is good.
Yeah. I thought you had to leave. You were enthralled.
I just had to see you.
If I do anything.
You did well, you know. Like I tell your
She was
mom.
building an excuse up front, just in case.
I should have taken a picture. and sent it to your mom.
Oh, she didn't need a picture of me talking.
I know.
Yes.
What's that?
That's not too late.
I gotta go get candy for freshmen at Target. Not for myself, for them. Did they have freshman teams out when you were there at all?
What's that?
Did they do freshman teams when you were there?
No, no.
I didn't think
That's
so.
so it's just a.
We meet with them like
Collaborative
6 times to just go or check in with them and give them all like homecoming. Tell them all the stuff that's coming up. So,
Kelly, you know they do little mini packets of pretzels for Halloween.
they like candy. I have to get one girl a healthy snack because she doesn't eat candy.
Do you know one year I did that at the old studio? I passed down the pretzels and this kid goes, "Oh man!"
I like pretzels. They want donuts. And they're like little heathens. It's like, I'm like, here, they're packing it in their backpacks. I'm like, I know teachers hate us on that day. No, school social. What school? On Holly. That's the connection. His mom and family, his mommy's sister.
Yeah. It's fine.
I don't know, you were gone for
I just talked to Casey this morning, her sister, who said, get a little bit back. Sorry.
Far.
Thanks, Mom. Yes. Good morning. Right. Yes. Thank you for your input this evening. Good night. Everyone have a great evening. Leave your survey. Yes, please. So you.
Yeah.
You should, we're still out there. Yes, yeah. It's, good work. I actually see that. The other on the parents. Thanks for coming, ladies. All right, Kara.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing this evening. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look at that. Look, 59:30. Out in. Huh? Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I was back in town today. That's great.
Thank you.
Solid.
You know what I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not.